Well, first of all, we're going to have to move away from the defined benefits program, I think, in our overall retirement system, period. We've got to go to a defined contribution plan for state employees I'm talking about, or some hybrid that's been tried in some other states. And this is probably the most complex and perplexing issue in state government, at least it is to me, to wrap your arms around the huge level of unfunded accrued liability we have in Louisiana, how we go about funding that, and how we recognize that we can't continue the system that we've had for new employees. This can only be going forward, and that's an overall statement, I think, about our retirement plans for state employees. On the question of retirement benefits not being taxed, I think that's a very good thing that we ought to take advantage of, because we have never fully realized our potential as a destination for retirees in Louisiana. And when I was elected lieutenant governor, the retirement was part of the lieutenant governor's portfolio, and it was really not adequately defined or branded. We changed that. Like we did, we developed a new brand for Louisiana Pick Your Passion. We developed a new name called Retire Louisiana Style, a new brand called Retire Louisiana Style, and have a group of people working on what we can do to try and attract more people to Louisiana. With very little expenditure and very little effort, Louisiana, and particular cities in Louisiana, wind up on any number of top 10 lists of places to retire in America. And so that says to me, if we've done very little and we're already getting recognized, what would happen if we would market ourselves as a retirement destination a lot smarter and a lot better? We've had dramatic cuts in our office, and I've not been able to invest the dollars I want in a meaningful retirement campaign, because we've been putting our money more on international visitation and on trying to make sure people are coming to Louisiana, and they're coming in record numbers. So we're having great success. But my point is, and this is what I'll tell my successor, invest more in getting people to come here to retire. One of the reasons is because we have a relatively low tax burden in Louisiana. The Tax Foundation says we have the fourth lowest tax burden in America. Now, Louisianians don't necessarily want to hear that, and some don't believe it, but according to the Tax Foundation, it's true. And they also like the way we treat retirees in Louisiana from a tax standpoint. So I think anything we can do to make that more advantageous increases our chance of drawing some people away from Florida in particular, Texas to some extent, for where they want to spend their senior moments. And I can say with some authority, as I know some of you in the room can as well, that the 60-year-old of today is nothing like the 60-year-old of a generation ago. We're much more active. We're interested in culture and the arts and doing active things and recreational things. And you start talking about what retirees are looking for, and you're describing what Louisiana has to offer. So whatever we can do to make ourselves more attractive to baby boomers who are now reaching retirement age, the better off we're going to be as a state.